We have seen that computer programming is an art because it applies accumulated knowledge to the world, because it requires skill and ingenuity, and especially because it produces objects of beauty.
Well, the Introduction to Computational Problem Solving class, which is our first programming class in the sequence, is actually a class that is geared for students who have never programmed before as well as students who have. By the end of the semester, we're usually working on some pretty interesting programs. One of the more interesting ones in the past has been students have written an automated checkers player.
Historically, from the beginning, is a real emphasis on people skills. We've believed, even before it was a common practice as it is today, that students need to have a lot of group projects.
The first time I visited Taylor, I knew I was transferring, but only if they had a great computer science program. I really appreciated the integration of faith and learning. Also, you can't argue with a 97% job placement rate before graduating.
We have 5 tracks for computer science here at Taylor University: Business Information Systems, Software Studio, Graphics, Artificial Intelligence, and Scientific Computing. In addition, we have another major called Computer Science New Media that kind of adds some other artistic graphics, print, audio, video, media alongside of the core computer science curriculum.
This summer after my sophomore year, I had an opportunity to work at Taylor on a project for Lockheed Martin Advanced Technology Labs, and that ended up opening doors for me to go on to work at the ATL headquarters the next summer in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, where I was able to work on some projects, I don't know, classified things.
We have smaller class sizes, so you're actually able to get to know your professor. I've had numerous professors invite me over for dinner just to hang out. So it really becomes a family here.
There's just been a lot of interesting times of just working with them on projects, on just seeing how they problem solve and how they just can use their technical skills in a lot of different ways. So just seeing how smart and brilliant they are, and just how wonderful that is, and just learning from their experience.
We want to help them find their vocational calling before God, and because we want them to be prepared very effectively to be excellent practitioners of whatever it is that they do as a result of their time here.
It's not unusual to have students come to my office and spend time asking questions, or perhaps getting some basic tutoring help, or even dealing with issues that are outside of the classroom, maybe personal issues or things that are of concern, or sometimes even spiritual questions. So these are things that we deal with at Taylor, because students are, again, more than just student clients that we're serving. We see what we're doing here as a ministry to them.
Systems program gives you a broad understanding of how technology fits into a company and how the various pieces of the business fit together to make a company work. And I know from previous internships I've had while being here at Taylor that the systems program has prepared me more than I even thought it was, just in the way that I was able to understand how what I was doing fit into the business, and how the role of systems is so important to a business, especially today. And systems analysts are actually one of the most sought after positions today in the job market.
We established something called the Center for Missions Computing in 2010, and it's my privilege to be the inaugural director of that center. And so we're definitely convinced that everybody can participate in the missions community regardless of their skill set, and we try to encourage our students to think a little bit outside the typical missions box by asking how they can use their skills in computer science and information technology to meet the very real needs that the missions community has in these areas.
In the last several years, we've had a number of students who are more interested in graduate school, master's, or PhD. We have added a track to help prepare them for graduate school, added some more theory-type courses. Our students are also very successful in terms of job placement and how they perform on the job, It's very typical if our students have a practicum situation that their supervisors will be amazed at how good a job they do. They will say things like that your students performed this work very well. They did it much quicker than we expected. We had to find extra work for them to do. And because of that, we have a few companies that really like to recruit our students based on their practical experiences. I'm convinced that the Lord has called the faculty of the computer science department to not only teach, but to teach at a Christian college and to teach at Taylor University. We're committed to the mission of the university, and we know that there are students out there who the Lord really wants to have here because of what we can teach them. And we just ask that you would prayerfully consider whether you should come and be part of our Taylor family.